Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Just want to say, came on here. This is going to be a quick live because if people had looked on my community wall, I made a post, and I made that post to Kwani. And I also want to say that I listen to a lot of people. I keep telling you guys I listen to a lot of people. I listen to a lot of things said here on YouTube and what are done. First of all, I want to thank the person that told me to get over to Dovies, but I didn't see it till later. But I did go over the recap. I did go over and do a replay on Dovey. And I want to say to Dovey, please, Dovey, don't worry about it. I'll be okay. Uh, I appreciate you for what you do and how you do it on your platform. And if you guys want to go over there and see what I'm talking about, go ahead. But it seems like a certain young lady got into her fifis about the things that I said over on another YouTube platform. And I try not to go back and forth with women because I know women are very, and I didn't don't get it wrong. Women's hearts change quicker than a man's heart. Uh, my heart was hardened because of what the shit that was done to me on these YouTube streets as a grown ass man. Okay. So, yeah, I'm taking steps and recourses to not recoup some of my losses, but to recoup things that people do here on YouTube, such as doxing, which is fucking illegal, really, when you really want to get down into it. Getting on here trying to shame people because of their age, because of their handicaps and what they do on YouTube. And especially comes out with black people. So because I listen to black channels, I listen to all types of channels, but it seems like here in this so-called sector where we belong, or where I started out as at the beefing sector, it's getting to be really hectic. Shout out to Lady Nika, Faith Yaya, Dee Love for calling out things here on YouTube. But there's times when a man, and I say a man, has to take action against people that want to sit up, talk about people's families, dox people's families, do things to people's families to where it gets to be downright hateful, bullish, uh, things that make people separate from each other to a point to where we forget that we're all human beings on this planet Earth. If I don't like you, I don't like you. But that doesn't mean I'm going to get out here all the time and try to tear down the things that you do, the things that you say, or how you create things. Uh, Kwani came up on Dovi's platform yesterday, and I know the history behind Kwani and Dovi. And I want to say once again, shout out to you, Dovi. I just wish sometimes that you would ask questions more pertinent, or just do things a little bit better on your platform. You got a lot of viewers, you got a lot of subscribers, and sometimes we would love to see you stay away from some of the fuck shit that will cause another person to come up on your platform, try to ridicule you, try to ridicule your guest, but yet they love people. They love, the women here on YouTube. They love certain people at times until they start getting inebriated or intoxicated, which happened in the case yesterday. Kwani, Kwani, Kwani. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, but I know what it is, dear. And I can go back and tell you that please leave the liquor alone. That's on you. You can get on here and cuss everybody out and talk shit, but that's what's getting your ass in trouble now. The foul things that come out your mouth, the way that you sit around and talk under people's clothes. And for what? For what? You can do things better, Kwani. How can you teach a person 1 minute about life and then you're calling them a bunch of MFers and SOBs the next? I just don't understand it, Kwani. And far as what you did yesterday, talking about where I live at and the garage and gas fumes and all that bullshit, Kwani, you're crazy as hell. That's all I'm gonna say. I hate to bring it out like this, but you have a drinking problem, Kwani. Now, hello, Miguel, how you doing? You have a drinking problem, Kwani, and it showed last night when you left that panel and you came back and you got on Deidre. I seen it in you, Kwani. You're miserable. You're you're upset with the world because of what? If I drank like you, Kwani, I would be dead right now. But it just so happens I'm hoping and praying for you that you go seek you some help, seek you some counseling, seek you a way so that you can live your life and really, really do better with what the things you said. You also talked about another person living in a grass hut and all this stuff. That shit doesn't, Kwani, you can be in trouble for talking like that on YouTube. And when I came up and was talking about the things that you did and said here on YouTube to my city council and the people, you you were crazy. You're crazy, Kwani. There is a mental thing with you. Now I posted pictures on my wall on my community post to show you about my little garage. My garage has a backyard. I have a front door. There's no fucking lawnmower in the house with me. There's no cars, gas fumes up in here. I've lived here for 13 years, Kwani, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the peace. I enjoy the serenity. What can you say for you? Okay. You can sit up here and call me all kind of old, dilapidated MFers and I'm senile and all that, but I guarantee you my education went and goes further than your goes. As a older man, I've learned things in this world about our people and people like you who sit up and want to ridicule other black people and white people, but yet you go out and you hold a job every day. It's kind of bad. And you guys excuse me if I don't pop things up on the screen right now. I'm just getting my thoughts together so I don't want to have to cuss too much. Try to cuss out Kwani too much. And good evening, Rhonda. I see you up there. Uh, I wasn't looking to pick a fight with you, Dovey, but it seems not Dovey, but like I said, I wasn't looking to pick a fight with you, but you went on Dovey's platform and you tried to pick a fight with everybody, especially Deidre. I know the history about you and ZX, and I really don't give a flying crap, Kwani. You know, you're mad. I seen it. You went back, you got drunk, you came back, and you got on this woman about a man. You talking about meeting people on the internet, and you ain't never had them before, and all this kind of stuff. Kwani, you're doing the same thing that we all do here on the YouTube streets. The only difference between you and I don't have people in my IG. I don't get on StreamYard, the scenes on IG and talk about people. I don't have their phone numbers. At one time, my phone number got out, and that was because of me. That was my fault. But I eliminated that. But what I'm saying is, Kwani, the things that I said over on Demon Souls platform, and you guys can check it out. is that I'm telling the truth about YouTube being changed. And it's people like you on YouTube that are going to get your up and comings. Okay. Because racism, and let's face it, Kwani, you are the most racist Black person here on YouTube when it comes to women, children, men, gays, lesbians, and whomever you feel like when you get drunk, you get discouraged because of why. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it that you're a lonely woman? Is it that because you have nobody to love you or care about you? That's all I'm asking, Kwani. And I don't need all this cussing verbatim to call you all kind of bees and hoes, which is another thing. Those kind of things do make me upset. I try not to use them, but I don't know. The only thing I can say to you, Kwani, is why don't you be a real human being for once? Go to AA, go to counseling. You know, yeah, I might be old, but I've seen people like you all my life. I've worked in places where women like you came in and made a fool out of themselves, Kwani, but yet they thought they were cute. They thought they could entertain the masses by being foul and disgraceful. I was told a long time ago that I should get on you about the things that you said on YouTube, but I didn't, that's why things happen to me. But there are times when I have to come on here now, and I'm going to shout out to people that do good, and I'm going to shout out people that do rotten to the core. And right now, Kwani, you are the most rottenest person on YouTube. There, I said it. You talk about places, you look up and you try to say that there ain't nothing but white folks in this town. No, Kwani, there's plenty of Black people here in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And if you would do study and do your history, you would realize that Cape Girardeau, Missouri is one of the biggest cities, is the biggest, largest city between Memphis, Tennessee, and your little archway of St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. This is the biggest city between. You can travel from there to Memphis, and Cape Girardeau is one of the biggest cities. We have recreations, we have parks, we have people that come together and do things in the community. And just like all cities, yeah, we have our crime, but we don't have it like the crime you guys have in St. Louis. Okay. And as far as the white people being concerned here, I have white friends, I have Black friends. I'm in a neighborhood to where I'm surrounded by white and Blacks. What about your neighborhood, Kwani? What about the little place you lived in? See, I'm not going to sit up here and try to signify about your heated floors or anything else that you can't show or won't show. But I will tell you, Kwani, I posted pictures of my place and my surrounding yard, my backyard. Okay. It's beautiful here where I live at, Kwani. I'm daring you. You always daring people on YouTube. I'm daring you. Stand outside your little home. You don't have to show the address. Take a picture of your neighborhood. Take a picture of your yard if you got it, Kwani. Okay? And quit trying to downgrade people. Quit trying to talk about people. You know, I've made it this far. God has brought me a long way, and I'm hoping that you would quit drinking so your liver will heal. Not only your liver, your mind will heal, your body will heal, and that you become a much, much better person in this world. I'm not going to sit up here and call you a bunch of B's and H's and short hair woman and all that kind of stuff that people want me to talk about. But what I am going to do is let you know that I'm a man. I'm not a young, punkish dude that you're used to talking to. Okay. I've learned things throughout the years to where you probably haven't even touched on. I've seen people like you, women like you, men, not only women, men too, like you, that are disgruntled with the world because they don't have anybody to love. And like I said, I do have a family, and my family lets me know things. They come around, I go see them. And I also get out, Kwani. But you sit up in the squalors of your little home, drinking your beers, drinking your liquor, probably stuff laid all around because you are miserable. I challenge you, Kwani. Go ahead and show me something good that you do to yourself. You lost all your best friends. Duchess Kelly Love was one of your best friends, but you try to, like I said, I tried to give you a compliment about asking about where Duchess was. And your ass set up there now and you want to come at me because of what Dobie said and what I said on the platform. You're no friend to nobody, Kwani. You don't love anybody. That love you have when you start drinking those cheap rock gut beers and all that stuff turns into hate. It corrupts your mind. Try calling your daughters. Try calling your grandkids because I guarantee you, Kwani, I can call mine. I can sit up and have a conversation. I can go visit them when I feel like it. But I choose as a man to get around town and do things. And I've showed people on YouTube that I do get out and have fun. I don't sit up here in a drunken stupor. I'm not up here inhaling gas fumes. Okay. The garage, yes, it was a garage converted into a beautiful home, Kwani. A nice place for a single man. Well, I'm not single, where a man like me can live and enjoy myself. You, on the other hand, sounds like you're living in squalor, Kwani. And I'm just going to say to you, be careful what you say here on YouTube because there are things that can be done. That's what I'm trying to relay to people now. We don't have to sit up here as old people. We don't have to sit up here as parents of children that are handicapped and people sit up there and ridicule and talk about them. And even as gay people, you don't have the right to sit up there and be homophobic, but yet you want to say you're not. You don't have the right, Kwani, and think it's going to be okay. There's no repercussions. Maybe the repercussions is that God is punishing your behind. Maybe the repercussions is that your mind is the one that's warped. Your mind is the one that's gone, being ate up by the drugs that you put in your system from that white man making it. Okay, Kwani? Now, I know you're going to get on here and start cussing and talking that shit. So what? I gave a woman some money. That's because I did it because I was out of the kindness and goodness of my heart. And at one time, I thought I did love her. That was a 4-year relationship that went sour because I wasn't kissing people's ass like yours. I wasn't getting out there doing what they wanted me to do. And in the interim, she went on YouTube with someone to try to ridicule me. And like I said, I'm taking care of that. So don't mess around and be extra included in things that I do, Kwani. Now, only thing I'm going to say to you, Kwani, is get help, dear. I'm not going to sit up here and do like the rest of the men on YouTube, cuss you out, call you a bunch of B's and H's, short hairs and all that. I feel sorry for you. I actually do. Because God has given me 74 years of my life. And I'm just wondering how many more years can you catch up with me, Kwani? Can you surpass me, Kwani, after I'm gone? At the rate that you're going, Kwani, your liver's probably shot anyway. You're going to have jaundice or something from drinking so much, Kwani. Leave the alcohol alone. Get help. Quit rubbing people's faces in the mud because you're out there in the mud. Be a better person. That's all I'm going to say to you, Kwani. And to all those that came up here, I'm sorry I didn't recognize everybody that came up here. Uh, I'm looking now. Well, hello, Deidre. I am so sorry what happened to you last night. I'm so sorry with what happened to you last night. Gerald Bell, thank you for coming up, being here. Uh, glad you're here. To those who will listen to this after the replay, after that, Miss Rhonda, God bless you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. You guys are typing in the chat, so I'm letting you I'm recognizing you guys. I know you are. Yeah, I know you are. I'm used to her too, but I get tired of her trying to talk about where I live and how I live. Like I said, I'm an old man, yeah, so what? But I still have my brains, I have my faculties, I have feelings, and I do have a heart. And I do have heart enough not to call her a bunch of B's, H's, hookers, and all that, like one man was doing to her when she, and I seen it, got mad at you because at one time you guys were talking to the same man. That's all it is. Kwani's jealous of you, Deidre. You're a good woman. Yeah, you can cut up and you can give them the best. But I'm just tired of Kwani talking about everybody, including some of these content creators on here that I care about. Like I said, these are just my thoughts. And when people go in, I'm going to go in. But I'm not going to try to cuss and raise hell because that's what these people on these channels, these platforms expect. And another thing, going out to Lemon, be careful, Lemon. Be careful. You're a young man. You remind me of my grandson, my grandchild, my grandkids, boys. The world out there is wicked. And as I say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. That way you can respond to them. Okay, Deidre, I will do it for you. I will do it for you. And you guys, the only person I am letting up here, uh, let me see, let me go back. Let me go back and see how I can do this. I will try to post it. Hold up, Deidre, let me see. I'll invite you. I'm gonna drop the link. I'll let you come up and say what you gotta say. Like I said, I'm not tech. Well, nobody's really tech savvy on this stuff. I never said that I was tech savvy on things. So, but I'm dropping the link. There it is, Deidre, and I'll be watching for you to come up. Hey, good afternoon, Jackson Street, 2300, dear. Hey, much love to you. And I've been watching your videos, and I'm glad you're getting out and doing well, really. I'm really glad you're getting out and doing well. Much love to you also. And that's another thing, people. As an older man, sometimes I think of my people on here, the younger people, as my grandkids or stuff like that. The women, I care about them too. I haven't said much, but I will be saying much. Okay, Deidre. Okay, Deidre. I think I have you up here. Let me see.
Hello there.
Good afternoon, Deidre. How are
How are
you?
you? I'm wonderful. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm doing great. I am doing great. Really wonderful. But I had to address Kwani because I'm kind of fed up with the way things are going with her, and I feel
Mm.
sorry for her too. I
Yeah,
really do.
I won't be replying. And I basically, and hello, thank you for having me. Hello to Ligel, the mods, the chat, and shout out to the replay crew. I won't be responding to her. I want her to get well. I want her to go to AA. I want her to she we came to terms, but we know I said what she was going to do, and that's okay because that's what she does. But it hurts me. I watched maybe 2 minutes of her last video this morning. I couldn't listen because I'm not going to bring up another content creator. That happened with another content creator. I thought they wanted to have fun, gaggy, draggy back and forth. Like me and Tracy did, and we good now.
Right,
Because it's
right.
entertainment. We're beefing, yada yada yada. But when it goes to that level, when I know what I can do or say can really hurt you, I'm gonna tap out. I know she's sick.
And see, that's another thing she does. She'll go so low until you want to really do something to that person. And the world is bad enough, wicked enough as it is without,
I'm not gonna do that to her. I
yeah, no,
genuinely love her as an entertainer. She's funny. She's original beef sector. She's a heavy hitter. She has true organic storylines. We saw her in the car with Sean Bradley. I know her story. I
yeah,
could write a book about her story, and she would endorse it, and we would make money off of it because I've watched. Now the thing with Devon, ZX Grown Folks TV, I'm past that. We've been past that.
yeah.
I
And
don't
she
I
brought it,
don't beef
and she
with
brought it
her,
back up to you last night. That
but
see, that's my point.
she's not past it. And I know what he was doing even way back then was to make her feel away. I knew that. And I sent that's why I that's the only reason I said it's gone because he can't keep a channel or a video. Even back then, I sent him an email. I said, and I've got all these receipts on my channel. We're not going back there. But I told him in that email the reason why she didn't come up was because of me. I was going to drop down, but he didn't want it because no one really knew what his tactics were back then. We all know now. But it was that get back, that jealousy, that fight for a position BS that they do over there. But she never really got over that. But me and him don't have relations. That was 3 years ago. It will be 3 years in July. Do you hear me?
Hmm.
And I think she was basically now brave enough because before she was married, she wasn't married. Who is Curtis? Curtis is my man. So she is very soft. I get Kwani. I'm a Pisces, but I'm a on the cusp with the Aries. That's where my fire and my brimstone comes from. I can be just as soft. She was trying to be soft, but like you said, when you're battling that monster that in that bottle, that alcoholism, no one will win. She won't win. I won't win. YouTube won't win. Her fans won't win. We love and adore Kwani. That's why I was trying to keep it cute. I was like, y'all leave William alone. He was in the backyard. Yada yada yada. But the more she marinates and thinks on things, if you read Ball, anybody who didn't watch Dovies, I said, oh, tomorrow she's gonna wake up and we're gonna be all kind of itches and
Yeah, yeah,
holes and stuff. But I wouldn't take it seriously. I really wouldn't.
yeah. I that's all it is from me today is a plea to her to get her some help. You
Hmm.
know, and don't worry about my little garage because, like I showed her on the pictures, It's nice where I live at, and no, there's nothing parked in the house. I have a carport. I can pull the car up under there if I wanted to, and I
You
have
have
a
a
yard.
lovely home.
Yeah, lovely. So, and if you just show me something that you're proud of, Kwani, instead of always getting up here cussing people out, calling us all kind of names, ridiculing the community, the gay community. This is Gay Pride Month,
Yeah,
and
thank
people should
you.
be, people should be coming together in a way because, like I tell people, and I told people a lot that yeah, I do have a gay grandson, and I love him to death. And when I hear
Beautiful.
her say things like that, oh boy, do I want to be jumping on her about it.
I know. And I
Yeah,
wasn't gonna uh fight with what people think. For instance, I get exactly what you mean about industry. You can't be saying bad things about a town when they're building up tourism and this and that. I get you. I understand what you're saying, but she's just hurting now, and I think it's disgusting how people try to take advantage of her, the said person, and it's not funny anymore. It's old. It's
yeah.
nonsensical.
It's
She
some
she
words. It's some words welcome out. It's some words welcome out. Seriously.
Say that again.
But
I'm sorry.
no, no. Let me address my chat. Corrine, no music, dear. This is my talking platform. Like I said, this is a
Oh,
platform where people can come up if I want them. Well, I want them to come up and express their views on certain things here on YouTube. But no, my other platform, I'll go over there and do music later on today. But
yeah,
right now, it's all with me. It's all about Kwani, her health, her
yeah.
mental state more than anything.
You
Really,
want her to get better,
I do. I can say I love Kwani, but
and
I can love
and
you from a distance.
but but you're right. And I think somebody said it earlier today because my diplomats. I tell them, give me. Y'all know how to do snippets now. Give me snippets because I don't be watching half of the stuff now because I'm employed. I'm literally on a lunch break.
Mhm.
And somebody has said, well, what's wrong with her when after I knew they were talking about me. After you saw what he tried to do to me, you gonna go to him and try to we had a thing going on and you was trying to show me this and that. I'm like, it's okay. Maybe some of the content creators, they didn't ran out of content. I know they have a genuine YouTube ship. I know they knew each other before. I know this person lies and manipulates just to get content. I know this person is obsessed with the beef sector, right? But don't throw me in there. That's why I had to give her some heat last night on Dovey. Don't
Mhm.
don't don't try to backdoor me. It ain't gonna work. So I had to get a little rough and ready with her yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Dobie, Dobie is a sweet woman. Dobie was on my first live that I did when I did my music, and Dobie kind of showed me yeah, she likes having fun. She can do things, but she can also get other people riled up or tell a story twisted, and you can't believe all the stuff Dobie says, but in our hearts and hearts, I know Dobie and Kwani at one time were really close.
They
What
just
happened?
entertaining Mr. William. They just entertaining the crowd. That's all they do. But
Mhm.
when entertaining the crowd, like for instance, somebody tried to get me to talk about Kwani's father. I said, no, I'm not
Yeah,
doing
I
that.
heard
I'm not
that. I
grinding.
was there. I believe it or not, I wasn't there, but I went back and did the whole replay. I
Thank
heard
you.
them, and I admire you wholeheartedly because that's the way people keep bull crap going.
It's
You see what I'm
stupid.
saying?
And it's like, who are you, lady? I don't know you. You're a nobody. You're just a moderator modding for 10 people in 12 hours for 15 for nothing. Probably $15 a day. Uh 5A paid me to be her moderator. So shout out to
Mhm.
her. You know what I'm saying? They still
Right.
ain't on my level, Mr. Williams. Okay? You know.
Yeah.
So
And
I
we all
don't
have a
I take
history
it with
here
a
on
grain of
YouTube.
salt. A lot of it. I don't want Kwani, I don't want you to be jealous of me. Kwani, I forgave this person a month or two ago, and a lot of them are misinformed, Mr. William, because I make videos. Whether they go see it or not, I don't care. I make it so I can have proof. I used a video that was made 2 or 3 years ago to debunk somebody just to have it. Technically,
Mhm.
I'm just a moderator with a very successful content creator channel, and I'm happy with it, you know?
Right. So, like I said before, I'm, I made this video up to let Kwani know that hey, I'm not gonna be like the rest of the men on YouTube. I'm not gonna get on here and record your phone calls. I don't do
Right.
that, and I'm not gonna put it out there as being you're desperate and you want and need a
Yeah.
man. I don't know what happened between her and Curtis
And
except for what's
Curtis,
been
yeah.
thrown out
It
here on the
sounds like it
YouTube
was a bad
streets.
breakup.
Yeah,
And that's sad.
it is
I'm not going
sad.
to make
It is
fun of
sad.
that.
And my breakup, to be honest with you, my breakup was on the cuspus anyway because there were certain things that I seen that I
Hmm.
didn't like as a man.
Hmm.
And I tried to do it in a decent way, but as you can see, everybody seeing what happened to me because another content creator wanted to get up there and blow himself up when he was
Yeah.
actually losing his viewership.
And I'm
So,
sorry for that as well. You see, I stayed out of that. I didn't make no content about that. That
mhm.
was nothing to be made fun of either. I didn't like that either.
Yes, hello, very Carrie and Corrine, Claire, all these people that I'm not.
Mm.
See, that's another thing. I don't try to read. I read the chat, but I want to try to get my point across and let my person that's up here talk and speak without interrupting and saying hello to everybody.
Yeah.
But I will be thanking you all at the end. But anyway, Deidre, like I said, I heard the whole conversation. I
Hmm.
saw the show and everything else.
Hmm.
And rather me to get up here and call her a bunch of B's and H's, I just wanted to let her know that, hey, I care about you, Kwani, but you're going too far now. Things are
And,
getting out of
and
hand. You're
stop
losing.
trying, Kwani, stop trying to make stories that don't exist. And she has. I told her to her face last night. I said, you have a difficult time with dealing with your decision, my decision, anybody. If Miguel was in a situation, whatever her decision is, we have to say we stand behind you, and that's your decision. She'll try to stretch it, twist it. She'll dig up the dirt, put a goalpost around the corner on Fifth Avenue. It's like, girl, wait, leave it alone. That is our decision. This is what actually happened. She will never, and I will never. I don't care, we were going back and forth with each other. She'll never admit when she did something. She actually did it, and you actually for her in her mind, that's a loss. Oh, you got me, But it's not a I got you. It's a key. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm digging at you personally. I'm not trying to beat you up or kick you out of a club. Somebody already did that. But it's you came at me, I'm coming at. So when I see, like I said, Mr. William, when I see I got the advantage, I know how to let up. I'm not the gladiator that's gonna kill you. I'm gonna put you are down on the ground. I'm gonna give you my arm. We're both gonna go over to Caesar, and he's gonna celebrate both of us. I'm not trying to
Mhm.
kill you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes. Yes. And like I said before, I'm not going to get on here on on this platform or any platform and try to say what I've heard on the phone or contact what somebody told me about another person because that there is a form of hatred. It's a form of not having trust in the person that you really might care about or anything. You
Mm-hmm.
know, she wants to talk about me and Nika and what I did with Nika. Yeah, I did it, but I got my story behind that. And when I get ready to tell it, I will tell it. And I got to admit, on that day, I was just like Kwani, drunk, hurt, and bewildered.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Nika is a good hearted, warm person.
Yes.
They told lies on me that I called her a certain word. And I've heard men on platforms call her this. And instead of me coming up calling them out, I just said, well, I'm going to leave it ride, but I'm not going to let it ride from now on. When men come up here on these platforms with the women, and let's
Mhm.
face it, there a majority of the beefing sector is women,
Mhm.
and regardless if they're LBG or if they're bi or whatever, they're still women, and men
Mm.
should have respect for them.
Right.
So, and when another woman lies to a group of people saying a man said something about a woman, I don't care. They could say it was pillow talk or anything else. I never, will never, ever call Lady Nika that A word or the B word or any other kind of
And you
word.
know what? It's still a breach of, trust. It doesn't matter if I called anybody. Let's just say you have a brother and you found out, oh, you know Deirdre in real life. Yeah, we used to work in the Air Force, whatever. And if I call him and say, you know what, my first cousin getting divorced, let me tell you what happened. It's hurt my heart, yada yada yada. I would you he can have a conversation with you about why it's hurting, but for him to cross the line and say, well, let me tell you what he did. That's a different level.
Right.
Now
It's a
you
very different
gossiping.
level. Right.
You could call
Janae,
him, you could call Mr. William and say, she's hurt. She don't know what to do. She's confused, yada yada. But now you done made it something else. I don't like that.
yeah, I'm in a different place now. I feel good about myself. And I also
Good.
know that my time may be short. It doesn't have to be that I'm sick or anything, but the way the world is out there, I could walk to the grocery store or even go out to a casino or go out even to a church, and
Hmm.
some idiot will come out there and do something to people. And
We
I
never
might be
know.
in the crossfire. You see what I'm saying?
We never know.
So
Yeah.
never know. You never know. And that's even with young people that are younger than me. You never know about life. Life is too short to sit up here and worry about what somebody said I did maybe 20, 30 years ago, and
Hmm.
half of them weren't even born, you know. So I'll tell my own story in my time.
Good
There's
for
some
you.
good, there's some bad, and there is also ugly. Am I proud of the ugly? Oh, no, no, no. But at that time, being raised up in the era that I was raised up, that's a lot of things other people don't realize. We have different eras. I'm looking
And
at the
and
way,
always remember a lot for this is a little advice. A lot of these content creators are coming from places they know they it don't measure up. You're a veteran, right?
right, right,
I'm a veteran. They already know they don't measure up. That's fine, but we're not. Don't bring it out. Don't try to diminish, like she tried to diminish the fact that I've been in two branches, not just one of the military. Baby, Kwani, that opens doors for Gigi Darling. It
hmm,
opens doors for Mr. William. But don't
yeah,
try to it on it. It
yeah.
doesn't.
Don't diminish me serving
Yeah.
my country, or just because you didn't do it, or you don't believe in what you don't believe in the military. Um, there is somebody outside my door playing some music. I think I might have company. Let me go
Okay.
check right quick.
Okay.
And
And
all
do you
right,
want me to drop down or you want me to hold on or
yeah, you can hold on. I just want to
okay.
go in here and check my yard because I hear music playing outside my door.
A visitor. That's nice. Hello everyone. Please subscribe, like, and share like Gigi Darling. I think it is this my first time over here. I'm very appreciative that Mr. William had me up. We will not be responding to Kwani. We will not be diminishing her pain. Kwani, I still love you. I still support you. I think you're a hoot and a good opponent and a gag and a drag. But right now, Kwani, you're hurting. I will be happy to invite you over to my channel. I don't think it will be fun or safe or smart to go to your channel because This is what I'm tired of, Mr. William. I'm tired of people trying to ambush me or come talk to me when they see me somewhere else. Baby,
Right.
I got that status where I can say, I'm not interested. I've moved on to other things. If y'all can't keep the story right and all the receipts and all the timelines, Mr. Williams supports me. He'll drop down in the chat. Lady Mika supports me.
Mm.
She'll drop down in the chat. If people like that want to come at me, they've earned the right to. But other little woompty whoomps, Rudy Poots who try to get at me because you see me somewhere else, that day is over. Not only did I destroy the little nobody yesterday, they embarrassed themselves because it had absolutely nothing to do with them. Then they after Kwani tried to get at me, they still tried to lie on her. And I said, no, that's not what happened. And even Dovey agreed with me. Did you see that part?
Yeah, that was some kids out there. I had next door
Oh,
neighbors of mine. They were bumping their music. But since I'm back, hello, very Carrie. Uh,
hello,
Mixology
everyone.
101, Mixology 99. Thank you for being here. Vibrant
Vibrate
Law with that smile
love.
turned upside down, my dear. God bless you for
Yeah.
being here. Thank you all. Thank everybody that's up listening right now. And like I said earlier, if you just got here or go back, my responses to Kwani from last night, the things she said to me, and I posted up what I had to say to her, and that's about it. I I'm just tired of all the disgraceful things we're saying here on these YouTube streets as content
Mhm.
creators. And some stories, they take legs and they crawl, and I don't want any. I don't want any leg crawling going on here with me.
Mm-mm.
And
We're,
I'm
we're,
going to
we're
call
better
you out
than
on
that.
it. And
If
if
we were
necessary, I will
greedy,
do what I have to do.
yeah, if we were greedy, thirsty, angry, vicious, nasty, that's what I told her last night. I've never been vicious to you. We would be knocking her head back and forth right now. You would be
Right.
live doing it. I would be live doing it. I would be showing pictures. I'd be going back to pictures because somebody claimed I sent some pictures and I asked her, right before she got really sloppy. I said, well, where are they? You see, they can't harangue me. See, now they hanging around people who don't know the beef sector rules. You got to come harder. You got to be quicker. You got to have better skill set to come
Right.
at me to get at me. And I'm not rehashing crap. I'm not doing that. And that's what if that's what your attempt was, Kwani, we graduated. We already got the gold medal. We've moved past that. I don't mind a good roast, gag, and drag on something fresh and organic. But if it got anything to do with that nobody, you know who I'm talking about, I'm not interested. If I want
Hmm.
to address that person, I'll do it on my panel after they've said something left about me.
Right.
That person ain't worth crap. I wish that person well. They got one leg in the grave. Okay. Did you
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah, I can see it. And also, like I said before, I'm of sound body and mind. I don't have Alzheimer's. I'm not getting to the point where I forget a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I've retained throughout my life and course of living of these 74 years. And so what? I'm an old geezer. Like I said before, I just hope
Proud
people
of
on
it.
YouTube, the younger people on YouTube, live to get this age and where they can have a story or
That's
something to put
right.
out there in the airwaves that'll help a person rather than to hinder them all the time.
Proud of it. I turned sexy 60 in May, baby. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. Life is
We
great for
wish
me.
some of our
Life is great.
leaders
I went out
wouldn't have.
yesterday evening. I
Yeah.
went out
Oh,
to,
good.
like I normally do. I tell everybody, yeah, I go to the casino. I got a little video up there where I hit some money. I might post that up a little short, but yeah, life is good for me. I have a wonderful woman. We're, on the cuspice of doing things together that
Wonderful.
a lot of people don't even think about doing. So,
Well,
and no, I'm
you can
not going to
only
have her here on
demonstrate.
YouTube. Everybody wants me to put, she's not coming on YouTube, but she
No,
does
no, no,
give me
don't.
good
Don't do that.
advice, excellent advice. as a woman about the way other women might perceive me as a man talking here on YouTube.
Don't do it, baby.
So,
Don't do it. Let it be private. I love privacy. I
yeah,
love intimacy. I love honesty,
right.
integrity, good one on oneness. I shared your post where it says, if everybody can get it, I don't want it. You know what I mean? It's just
That's
really
true. That's true.
sad.
It is sad. It is sad.
You know,
And
we we
to
we want
all
Kwani
those,
to get well.
yeah. And like I
We,
said, to all
you
those
know,
that are up here, if I haven't spoken to you, I will talk to you before you go. YouTube cameras, hi, darling. I love your
hey
program.
everybody.
Yeah, Uncle Claude. Hey, we got to get together and do some music, Uncle Claude. I keep telling you.
Yeah. Did you
But
have any more
no,
questions for me, Mr. William? Because I'm gonna go back to work. It was a pleasure. Is this my
it
first
was a
time
pleasure
on your
having you up here,
panel?
Deidre. And like I said, I'm sorry that that happened to you last night too, because I could
No,
see
don't worry
she
about it.
left she left and came back. She was inebriated and she
Mm,
tried to really not only tear me down, but tear everybody else down up there. And she's hurt
yeah,
because even her and Dovey at one time were real close friends, and now she feels that Dovey has left her and moved
yes.
on, and so she wants to get mad about that too. So
Well, that's her story, and it goes all the way back to Sean Bradley. And it's unfortunate, but Aquani, you don't listen. You don't. Even if I wanted to be on Kwani's team, y'all, and coach her and tell her how to move and tell her not to say that. She wouldn't listen. And if you want to be friends with that person, that man, that human piece of trash, that's good for you. But don't
yeah,
try to whip me in it. Don't try to. And I hear what you said a little earlier. It might be a little tweak on my behalf. We were not involved with the same man at the same time. No, that
well,
never happened.
no, okay, not at the same time, but
Never.
she came in after the picture, and then she wants to try to take up for him.
And
But
then she came back to him.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's exactly what happened. And me, totally unaware, I remember the day that because I was got the mod stick and all of that, and I hit the panel. Baby, that was like a nuclear bomb. Okay. And I remember sitting on that panel and she came in. And I said, "Oh, she come on up." And he was so perplexed as to why she wouldn't come up. And I knew instantly. And even after the show, that was the reason why I sent him that email, Mr. William. That and I still have the email. I've done show after show about it. They can look and see them receipts. I will not be wasting any time on nothing that doesn't matter anymore. But for the purpose of you, because you're a gentleman, it was that day that I sent him that email just to explain the reason why I regret that. Because I know they have a real YouTube shit. That's like me coming in between Sean Bradley and Leo the Lioness. That's huge. You feel like a piece of dirt. You're like, oh shit, I fucked something up, you know? But
mhm,
anyway, I sent him the email and I said, sorry about that. I'm the reason why she didn't come up there. We had a back and forth. I apologize. I didn't even like going on Babe's panel as a moderator. To me, that's like a flex. It's like you're a moderator. You ain't supposed to be on the panel. You're supposed to be down in the chat. But for him, it was a play. It was a game. It got a little traction, and after 20 days, it went away for me. Now somebody was still holding on. Somebody still be calling me from the hospital bedroom, but I don't give it any juice. Okay?
yeah.
Because I'm not interested in him. I don't know him. I never met him.
And
And
and let
isn't
me
it
let me say
interesting?
this.
Y'all
Let me
never
say
seen
this
no.
to any woman out there.
Yeah.
When a man has you on the phone and you know that he's known for recording your conversations with him and being, even if you're not intimate, they're still recording you, leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Or even if they see them do it to someone else, what are they
Right,
thinking in their mind? Oh,
right.
he did that to you. He ain't gonna do that to me. Oh, he did
Yeah.
that to his best friend MBK. He ain't gonna do that to me. Learn how to say no. Learn how to block somebody. Learn how to clock them. If you want to make that person your content, that's fine. But don't play victim after he's done it 50, 20, 17 times. It's old. It's
It
embarrassing.
gets very old. And women have a lot to think about, because like I've heard women say on here, a man can get out there and do such and such, but when a woman gets out there and do it, she's this and that. And that has been the same throughout the years. Even before I was born as a child, they were doing the same kind of talk and everything else. But
Mhm.
women today are more stronger. They're more smarter. They're more wiser.
Yes.
And they can see through the bullshit that some of these men on these platforms are pulling today.
Well, I
And
saw
like
it
I said,
3 years ago.
yeah,
And the whole sec look, this is a public service announcement to my sector, because his sector was on mute. They were on quiet. They were watching me work. They were helping me with receipts and all of that. And I've never exposed any of them. I'm very trusted in the black sector, okay? Because I didn't show receipts or nothing. But they were happy. I was on his head. I canceled him all by myself. I snatched his channel all by myself. I didn't need nobody's help. And it wasn't for clout. It wasn't fake beef. He was breaking the laws. He was breaking the rules. If a woman, especially a black woman, because we all like to complain how nobody pays attention to black women. But if
hmm
you know there is a black woman content creator telling you, I don't want this type of attention, leave me alone, I said no, and y'all make fun of it, y'all drop down in chats and say things that mean absolutely nothing to me, but it's very entertaining to whoever. But if I correct you, you know, and all you got is, oh, she's crazy, she's mentally ill, I won. Not
Yeah.
only did I won, I am still here thriving. I'm not interested in B Sector 2.0. It's so low ball for me. But good for y'all. Y'all got something to look at. But don't try to, Kwani, don't try to bring up, rehash, pretend, embellish, make believe BS when it comes to me. That's when y'all will see me. I'm a heavy hitter. I'm not a gagger, and I'm not only just a gagger and dragger. I'm a heavy hitter. And if I gotta bash her over the head in a drunken stupor just to shut her up, tell her to leave me alone, don't talk about me no more, I will. I'm here trying to tell her I love you in the agape way. We think you need help. I'm not going to be your friend until you get the help. And I'm still going to watch you. I still adore you as a content creator, but don't make up no lie on Gigi Darling. Don't do it. That will piss me off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I've had a lot of lives too, and like I said, I will be coming back up on this platform here and talking about my life, my truth. Okay, so that way, if you guys want to check it out and say, "Well,
I'll
okay,
be
you're
here.
right about that," check it out. But I'm not going to sit around and be ridiculed and talked about anymore, or made content from certain content creators that are still got me in their mouths, and they don't know how close they are to getting served and everything else. I'm not
Mhm.
afraid anymore. They can
We're
call it
over that.
snitching or
Yeah,
twitching or whatever the hell they want to call it.
I support that.
I'm just tired of black people, period,
I,
degrading black
yeah.
people, period. We have enough of that going on in the world outside of YouTube
Hmm.
than to have it done here on YouTube.
And guess what? And I hear you. I agree with you, and I can endorse that. I love YouTube. I don't do just beef sector. Sometimes I'll spend the whole day on purpose over in my art sector, over
Yeah.
Bath and Body
Oh yeah,
Works
like with
sector,
Abuse
the
Abuse.
beauty
I love what she
sector.
does with her art.
You know, I,
Mhm.
I I don't want what she don't like. She complains she don't know me. She don't understand me. But anyway, I like doing I like doing what I came here to do. And guess what? My real life will always take precedent. And I have lots of fun things going on. I get to retire in 18 months. They they better leave me alone. Because when I'm on here every day, all day doing what I want to do with benefits, baby, I'm planning. I'm going to be the YouTuber I have planned. To me, this is just the beginnings.
And for like I said, for me, this area is a hobby. It's not a job. It's not a business. It's just it's sort of like TV to me. As the YouTube turns, I can turn it on or turn it off when I feel like it. So,
It should be
but
fun. Even the gags and beefing, and I'm not leaving the beef sector. I've
yeah.
always done other content on my channel. People, their channels are getting snatched. You saw that? Did you see all the
Oh
channels that
yes,
are?
yes. Channels are getting snatched, and
You
YouTube
better
is
follow the rules.
YouTube is really changing, and then pretty soon, like I said, the federal government is into this doxing program bull crap now. They're looking at everything because when they made a law about terroristic threats and all that crazy stuff, that includes on the internet too. So
Absolutely. It also includes comments. People
yeah,
can't leave nasty comments no more. Guess what? They're getting flagged too. I heard a lady tell me that at work that she couldn't post for a day or two as just a commentator, a viewer, subscriber, because she left something nasty on somebody's video. I said, be careful.
yeah, and we hear people on here talking and stuff and saying these kind of things, and instead of us, well, okay, maybe I do need to change up the way I am doing things. We
Absolutely.
yeah, we're so adapt to getting away with stuff, and then once it becomes a law that you can't do that anymore, and they start coming after you about doing it, then you want to cry foul.
And stop
So
putting certain people in
yes,
different pots where they don't belong. I enjoy your content. People enjoy my content. But don't say I'm not this or that when I do edits, when I go on trips. I got to meet Wiley and Couture Bay. I already met AT2. I'm doing my own thing for the health of myself and my own channel, not
right.
for, and I'm not a panel channel. I don't lie, roast. I don't, so don't put me in, don't compare me to certain people. I don't take drugs. I don't get high every day. I don't have a mugshot. So you can't see, the beef sector is very diverse.
It
That's
is.
why
It's a
nobody
cornucopia of
will
people.
take it over and nobody's in charge of it.
Right.
Would
It's a
you agree with
cornucopia of
that?
people, and if you're used to eating different types of fruit, you can stand to eat them without swelling up or getting all disemboweled, as they say, or you got the shits from listening to a person, then that's okay. But like I said before, I'm not going to get up here and cuss Connie out. I'm not going to get up here
No.
and call her under her name, different name, that B word, all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's
Because
unnecessary.
Kwani to
Yeah.
me needs the love. Yeah, she needs support, but how can I support you, Kwani, when you're constantly doing messed up stuff here on
She
YouTube?
gets plenty of support. People watch her. People know who she is. She gets good organic clapbacks and go backs and forths with mother and stuff like that. She don't need us adding on to that. She really don't. I just think, and she said something really last night. It got to me, and I listened. That's why I know I'm making the right choice. She said, "You won't let me be soft." No, Kwani, you won't let yourself be soft. I
Right.
think we could be like girlfriends in real life. I really do. But even as your girlfriend, Kwani, I would sit right next to you at that AA meeting as many nights as you would need me to do. I would do that for you, even if you cussed me out on the way home. I know it's that liquor talking. I know it's that monster disease. I know you're sad. We are women. I know it's your hormones. I know that certain women, not like me, always need the attention of a man. You just lost somebody you physically, mentally, and emotionally is attached to, or you're fighting. I hope y'all get back together. I don't know. I think you shouldn't be telling strange men on YouTube about your personal business. That's what I think. I
Yeah.
don't know what you think about that, Mr. Carruthers. Wouldn't you get mad if we all have
Well,
tiffs
see, I
with
always
our
said, I
boo
always said,
thing?
and I always told people that I'm not the type of kiss and tell. But
Hmm.
sometimes when a person that you thought that you really, really cared for and loved as much comes out and makes you feel less of a man, or try to get other people make you feel less than of a man, then it's time to do something. You have to have some kind of reaction. You have to have something to say, but there's a way to do it. And if you do it behind closed doors, they get the message, then that's fine. They don't do it anymore. But if they continue to come out here and say things and do things, then it's time to open up and let them know, hey, look, no, I didn't do this. I didn't do that to you. You're the one that were frustrated. You're the one that wanted me to quit doing certain things. And I'm a people person.
Hmm.
That's why I've been doing stuff like this all my life, with people talking, DJing, when I'm out, even socializing.
Hmm.
I'm a people person as a man. And just because I have women friends and I talk with them doesn't make me a whore. Okay.
No, that's silly. That's so
Yeah.
immature. I don't even like dealing with people who can. I've been on, like, I do like Star Trek conventions and stuff because I do the cosplay. I've
Hmm.
got friends for decades, friends that me and her husband get on a plane and do cosplay because she don't do none of that crap. It
Right.
don't have nothing to do with
And
sex or
and there are women,
affair
like
or
you said, there
nothing
are
like
women
that.
that have men friends,
It's
and that's the truth.
ridiculous.
And if you got a woman that's got a man friend, don't think just because they're friends that they're always doing something. I don't know
Never,
where we get in our brains that
never.
all we think about is sex, 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 sex. That's
They're over
crazy.
sexualized. The
Yeah.
whole sector has been sexualized and demonized and bastardized, and whatever word I can come up with. It's truly disgusting. And I don't have to participate. If that means I don't have nothing to beef sector talk about for the next 6 months, good. I can continue studying for my master's degree. But what I won't do is get um, what is the word that Jada Pinker used? Entangled in a lie.
Entanglements.
We
Yeah,
ain't in no
entanglements.
entanglement, baby.
Yeah.
If I was in an entanglement, y'all would know because I would be talking about it. It ain't gonna be based on what people say in a chat, what people lie about to get money from YouTube. YouTube can't afford me, baby. I have to keep my job and my benefits. Okay.
Well, I'm retired, so I'm retired. I have a lot of time on my hands. I do listen to a
Yeah.
lot of YouTube, but I also do other things too. So
Yeah.
uh, I just want to say once
Hey,
again,
T
I'm just going to
Velocity.
reiterate, as
Is
an
that
older man and
is that
as
T Velocity?
lived as long as I have, it's time for me as a man to step up as a man and stop people from doing things to people that they know it's wrong, and they think they can get away with it. No, you can't get away with it. And if I'm a snitch or a witch or whatever you want to call me, or a N
Mm.
word or whatever, it'll be duly noted, and I will be happy when I do leave this earth, because at least I can touch one person to make them realize things. I'm gonna
I
get
don't
ready to
want
get off of
to.
here, and before I go, I want to say thank you, Deidre,
No,
for
no,
coming
thank
up.
you. That's why I said I don't. I want you to close out your store. It's your store. Your store. Yeah, you make money on here. Your show on your own. I'll go ahead and drop down. Hey, Miss T Velocity. But
Hell, so that's
thank
what I'm gonna do.
you.
I'm gonna say
Thank
hello to
you.
everybody that came up here. Miss T
Yeah.
Velocity, doggone it, thank you for being here, dear. I listen to you too. Like I tell people, I listen to everybody. Oh, let me run down the list here.
Well, wait,
Yes,
before you do, let me drop down so you can greet and farewell your people properly. Thank you for having me, sir. I adore you. Thank you for taking the same stance I am. We will not be going back and forth with Kwani. We just want her to get well. Thank you, sir. You have a
you're
good
welcome.
day.
And thank you for coming up. All right. That that concludes what I had to say today. But like I said, I want to say hello to everybody that I possibly can. Once again, Miss T Velocity, just observing Vanilla. Thank you, dear, for being here. Thank you for coming up. YouTube cameras, thank you also. Um, Vibrant Low with that smile turned upside down. I adore you. Uncle Claude's Grown Folks channel, thank you for being here. Mixology 99, thank you. Jackson 2300, I thank you all. Corrine Aqua Claire, thank you. Uh, and for those of you that will do a replay on here, thank you. And if I missed you, I don't mean to miss you. It's in my heart. I love all you guys, and I thank you for listening to my first broadcast. Very Carrie. I will be over there and do some karaoke with you, dear, on Fridays. So yeah, viewers of View. I didn't see you in there. I heard somebody talking to you. Thank you also very much for coming up and being part of the broadcast. Well, not be, well, you were in the chat, you guys. I didn't get a chance to type in the chat or put it up there, but I don't erase none of my stuff. I leave the chat up for people want to comment on it and everything. And I will be getting over to Miss T Velocities later on this afternoon. I see you have a thing up there, Miss T. And I want to once again thank you for being who you are. And to those I might know that are up here or might miss that I really, really care about and listen to. I'm asking once again, you guys, has anyone heard from Duchess Kelly Love? And, uh, we've lost some content creators, but I just want to know that you're okay, Duchess. Just throw something up in the chat on the comment section one day. Uh, just observing. Thank you once again. Like I always said, you guys are really wonderful. Oh, my niece, Jess Brown, baby. Thank you. Thank you. The topic was don't worry about it. And I was addressing a certain content creator on here, Miss Kwani. As everybody calls her, Queen Kwani. But as Miss T Velocity says, straighten that crown on your head, Kwani. It's crooked, dear. It's very, very crooked. But yes, this is my new channel because the other one I do music on, and I want people to come up and enjoy that music and camaraderie that you have with one another. Here, we're gonna be discussing things, and I'll be discussing things. And I want to say to all those that have something negative to say, that's all right, because without positivity, negativity is nothing. It's like a battery. You got a positive end and you got a negative end. And without both, the car won't start. So if you want to be negative all the time, you're not going to start. Being positive, I'll get over here and help you be positive. So that's what I'm saying. With that being said, I want to say good evening to all. Let's go out here and have the rest of a blessed day. And thank you all for being here. Once again, Miss T Velocity, thank you, darling. Miguel Wallace, my moderator, thank you for being up here, and to all the other moderators that were here. I don't have a lot of moderators on this channel yet, platform, but I will be getting you up in here. So, with that being said, God bless you all. Love you. Have a good day. And I will be seeing you out on these YouTube streets. God bless you.